How much involvement did you have or talking with Alex throughout the whole process? I mean, it was what, 2 years before he returned to the field. How much involvement did you have once everything was healed or when he went down to Texas?
Yeah, a lot early on. So one of my friends is a physical therapist at the Center for the Intrepid, and so Johnny Owens. And so I called him early on. In the first couple of days, I talked to Elizabeth, Alex's wife, and said, do you mind if I call my friend Johnny? Because I think Johnny at some point is going to need to help Alex, whether Alex has a limb salvage or he has an amputation. This is what Johnny does. He deals with all these warriors. So she said, yeah, certainly reach out to him. So I reached out to Johnny and said, Johnny, one way or another, I'm going to need your services. In a couple months, we'll know which way we're going to go, but I'm going to need your help. And he said, great. He said, bring him down whenever you're ready. So Alex got out of the hospital. He's there for almost a month and got out in December. And we talked to Alex and said, Alex, I think it's worth going and just going there and just to talk to Johnny, see what you can do, and people like you, see people who have an injury like yours. It's basically a blast wound at this point, and see what your life's going to hold for you. And I did it more, I think, for the mental reason. I talked to Elizabeth. I said, I just want him to go because he was in a bad place, and I wanted him to go to kind of just be re-energized. So we walk in there, and it was so interesting. All these, these people have horrible injuries, right? And they're all trying to get back to fight. I mean, they want to go and they want to do their job. And you see these amputees walking around, you see these limb salvage patients. They're incredible people, and they come running up to Alex like, oh my God, you're Alex Smith. And it was so interesting because they were all rejuvenated, but Alex is like, why are they looking at me? And then you start watching them, and you start watching him, and they're talking to him, and you're like, hey, I do this. And he's asking them about, hey, my leg looks so ugly, I can't even look at it. And they're like, dude, when you can finally do everything, when you're back playing football and your leg looks like, you're not even going to care. Like, if that thing's working, you're going to be proud of it. You're going to show it off. And I remember him thinking, like, really? Like, at this point, he was still so traumatized by the experience, right? But it was that day that Johnny Owens put this football in his hand, and Alex, all of a sudden, his whole face lit up, and we walked out of the parking lot. And that night, he said to me, so when are you going to clear me to play football?